teacher friends. It is Facebook Live time. Going live on Facebook tonight to talk all about making morning meeting epic. And I have my super awesome morning meeting friend here today, Susan. I'll let her come on in just a minute. Just making sure everything is working correctly. Let's let some friends hop on. I hope you guys are settling in to the new year so healthy and happy and joyful. I hope you are having fun getting back to your students. In my district, we went back in person today. Well, actually, kind of a hybrid thing. And I'm loving being at least near my students in person. So I hope you guys are having a good time settling in. If you can hear me, say hello, Tony, because everyone who interacts tonight. Hey, hi there, Faith. Good to see you. Can be entered into a $25 TPT gift card giveaway. And now, hi there, Julie. Now that we are in a new year, we have new needs. So you can maybe get a resource that you need with that from TPT. Anyone that you like. So good to see you guys. If you are a big fan of morning meeting, hey guys, hi Michelle. There's my beautiful friend Michelle. Good to see you here. Heidi is here. Awesome. Looking good, guys. All right, Shannon, hey. Oh, and there is the queen of morning message, Miss Janet Grigsby. We have a celebrity in the comments. Good to see everyone. If you are a big fan of morning meeting like me and my friend Susan, we're totally geeks about it. We get giddy and talk about it all the time, all the things we're doing, and I just love listening to her. But if you are a big fan of morning meeting, leave me a heart in the comments and you will be entered into our drawing. Hi, Francis. Awesome. Oh my goodness, you got snow in Texas? Oh, my friend Barbara's down in Texas. I wonder if she got any snow. Awesome. Hey, guys. All right. So leave a heart in the comments if you are a fan of morning meeting. And if you're not, tonight, Susan and I are going to convince you that morning meeting is absolutely, positively a must-have. And we're going to give you some tips on how to make it epic, how to make it memorable and exciting and wonderful for your students. All right, I see some hearts in there. Hi, Elena. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Awesome. I'm seeing lots of hearts. All right, let me bring on my wonderful guest, Miss Susan Matthews. I'm going to let her tell you all about herself in just a second. Hi, Susan.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on. Susan is what I call the queen of morning meeting. And it's so funny because her mom is the queen of morning message. I'm going to think that's hereditary. Both wonderful teachers, awesome teachers. I love chatting with both of them. Susan, can you tell us about yourself?
Sure. I am a first grade teacher at a public school right outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. I've been a teacher for 11 years. This is my 11th year. And I've taught 5th grade, 4th grade, kindergarten, and 1st grade. And 1st grade is my sweet spot. It's what I love. It's just such a big growth from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, how much they mature, and you get them, they can barely read. And when they leave, they're good readers. So I just love seeing that growth. It makes me feel like my job is really important and that I'm doing something great. And I need that.
Yes, we all need that. And we all kind of feel like our grade levels are the best, but I do the content in 1st grade, and you definitely are an exceptional 1st grade teacher. I steal ideas from you as much as possible. Guys, say hello to Susan in the comments. Say hi, Susan. She's one of us, guys. She is one of us crazy primary teachers who are constantly trying to do our best for our kids and do our best for our jobs. So say hello to Susan. Miss Susan, before we get started, I have to have you tell us about the penguin project that you're doing with your kids right now. Can you share that with us?
Okay, every January, I do penguins, a whole penguin unit. I always enjoy it and it's fun, but this year was especially challenging because we're virtual. And I'm completely virtual, and I'm going to be virtual all year. So I was like, how can I do this so that it's super fun for the kids and super exciting for them? So I made a Bitmoji classroom and I put different penguins in it. The macaroni penguin, the rockhopper penguin, the emperor penguin, all the different types. There were like 7 or 8. And when they click on the penguin, it tells facts about that penguin, where they live, what they eat, how many eggs they lay, how they colonize, all that stuff. And the kids were absolutely blown away when I put that on Google Classroom. Like first graders, they were typing in the comments, "This is amazing. This is awesome. I love this." And it was with all their inventive spellings. It was so cute. So I was like, how can I take this further? So I saw a kindergarten teacher at our school that made these little sock puppets that were penguins. And I was like, that's really cute. I think I'm going to do that to send home for my kids. But I wanted to take it a step further. So at a pickup, which we do pick up once a month because we're virtual. So at the pickup, I gave the kids a penguin. And this one is dressed up like a rockhopper penguin, but the penguins that the kids got were just plain. So they got a plain penguin just like this, and it's made with a man's sock, polyfill, an upside down solo cup, felt belly, felt nose, googly eyes, and felt wings. So I gave it to them like this, and all week they've been learning about the different types of penguins. And Friday, we're doing show and tell after morning meeting, and they are going to show me their penguin that they have decorated and turned into a certain or a specific type penguin. And they are going to explain its habitat, what it eats, different facts about the penguins. And this one is my macaroni penguin. And I also incorporate those into morning meeting when the kids, it's virtual, so it's really struggle to get them engaged all the time. So if I see them starting to slip off, I'll say, "Oh, I know the answer, pick me." And the kids crack up. They think it's so funny, and I will reprimand them. I'll say, "Now, you're not supposed to interrupt your teacher." And I say, "Sorry." Now, and they love it.
I love that. I think Dr. Jean, I went to a Dr. Jean conference, and she said we have to use rabbit traps for primary students. And I think your penguin is an example of a rabbit trap. You got to have a rabbit trap to catch a rabbit. You got to have a kid trap. So I love the penguins. They're so cute, and I just wish I was in your class. I'm just so sad I'm not in first grade right now. All right, listen, thank you. And we mentioned morning meeting in there. So you brought a buddy along, and that helped a lot. So lots of teachers use morning meeting, but believe it or not, every now and then I come across a teacher who does not utilize a morning meeting. They hop right into their instruction first thing, their key core instruction areas. So Susan, for a teacher that's listening, in your words, what is a morning meeting? What is morning meeting?
A morning meeting is the 30 most important minutes of my day. I cover a little bit of everything. We have fun, we sing a song, we dance. I get them excited about the day. It sets the tone for the day. And then we do a little bit of WordWorks, which is on teachers, and I love that. It's the greatest thing to do virtually, especially because they can see it and it's a routine, so they know what to expect. And morning meeting, starting with that, is starting your day with a routine. The kids know every morning this is what to expect, and there are no surprises. So no matter what is going on at home or how, there's no routine, there's going to be a routine as soon as they walk in the door, and they know that. And then I do a little bit of math. So like today was the 87th day that we've been in school. So I put up a slide and it shows 86 days because that was yesterday. And I say, okay, so how many days have we been in school as of today? And they say 87. I say, that's right. How many ones do we need to add to 86 to make 87? We do that. And then we have a game where we break the number apart and they play different ways to make 87, which I think is really important in the morning meeting to do that sort of differentiation, because when you make 87, one kid might say 87 plus 0, and you all celebrate that. That's great. That's a great way. And we write it down. Another kid may say 8 times 10 plus 7, and they're all getting that feeling of accomplishment and being able to answer a question. And I think that's really important. And also to make sure that you're using their names when you're calling on them. And, oh my gosh, great job, Scarlett, you're amazing. They always beam when you use their name.
Oh, absolutely, especially virtually. Like in the classroom, I guess our proximity to them, has a big impact. But if you're teaching virtually, definitely throw those names in there as much as possible because it really helps with that connection over all of that distance in virtual. But I've really been working on doing that even this week during our in person because when you say someone's name, it's just like a bonding experience. They hear their name is important to them. So I really love how you mentioned that, Susan. And I was very blessed to get to observe one of your morning meetings, and it was awesome. And that's why you and I did this project together. It's a two-part podcast series all about crafting the epic morning meeting. So I want to ask you another question on here, Susan. Why is morning meeting so important? I mean, why is it something that we should start our day with, that we should never fail with for our students? What do you think?
Um, the first reason that it's important is that it's a routine for the kids. It's very important, especially in first grade, to have a routine. They like to know what to expect. It also starts their day off on a positive note. So if their mom was yelling at them to get in the car because they were taking too long and not tying their shoe, or mornings can be chaotic as a mother. So I know I've sent my kids to school probably upset before because I was not in a great mood in the morning trying to get them to school. So it's time to change all that and just get into school and get into a positive environment and forget all that and start the day. So I feel like it's important for that reason. It's important to touch on all the topics that you're going to go over that day. So if we're learning a new math concept, I'm going to kind of drag that in the morning. With the morning message, when we do that, I talk about things we're going to do today. We are going to learn so much about penguins. That will be in the morning message so they can see it. So it prepares them for the day. It gets them ready for everything that's going to happen.
Absolutely.
And they know what to do. Virtually, of course, they log on, but in the classroom, like years in the past, they know the clock hit 9 o'clock, they would start putting up their morning work, and they knew just to go to the rug. They already knew that routine. They knew exactly what to do. They knew where to sit. It made it flow perfectly.
Oh, I love morning meeting because, like you said, it's routine. And one thing I will kind of lean into here is very little planning when you set up your morning meeting right. It's not like your core lesson where lots of things change from day to day. Your morning meeting can be very consistent. And that's actually something that we talked about in our training, Susan, was to make it consistent on purpose. Can you tell me some ways that you make your morning meeting very consistent?
Sure. We do 2 songs during the morning meeting, and we do one good morning song and then another song. And it's between about 10 songs that we switch between, but they know all of those songs. So they know we're going to start out with one of those songs. And sometimes I don't choose that song until the mood strikes me in the meeting that we're going to do that song today. But they know them all, and it gives us a little bit of variety because when I was just doing the same 2 songs over and over, it was kind of getting boring. By using WordWorks, that changes every day. And even like Christmas, there's the 10-day themed one that they see, and they enjoy looking at those pictures and the sentences and stuff. And it builds, so it gets harder each day, but it's the same lesson plan. So you're looking at the same lesson plan every day. The kids know what's coming. They know that the first thing they're going to do is listen to the sentence in WordWorks. They know that that's going to happen. And then with the math, I do the same thing. They know it's going to be how many days we've been in school. So each day, that routine is the same, just the number changes.
Yes, and some people may think, well, that sounds boring, but really, because the content progressively gets harder, it challenges
Mhm.
enough. But I'm going to say that there's a whole bunch of kids who just love repeating things because it makes them feel comfortable and confident in what they're doing. That's
Mhm.
how I am. If I can repeat something over and over and over, I'm in my zone because I know exactly what to do. And it feeds into that safety and that community in the classroom. So awesome. Now you kind of told us a little bit earlier, but let's just talk about How long should our morning meeting last? And when you're choosing that time, Susan, what are some things you're taking into consideration when we decide how long our morning meeting should be?
Um, my my opinion is that it's solely based on how long you can keep a first grader's attention. I think I'm pretty energetic and I'm pretty fun to watch, and I can only keep their attention for 30 minutes. After that, they're gone unless Santa Claus is there. And then maybe even 30 minutes is long enough.
That's
So 30 minutes is plenty long, and it's hard to cram in everything I want in 30 minutes. So there's not a lot of, talking and things like that. And they always come in the morning and want to tell me so much. And I feel so bad about not being able to listen to all those concerns or stuff. But I tell them, when we get to reading group, I want you to remind me and we'll talk about that. So they kind of know that they're going to tell me something when we get to reading, and then I'll remind them, remember you had something to tell me, and they'll tell me. But that 30 minutes is just
Yeah, absolutely. And we got to keep them engaged, and we have to keep them going. Boom, boom, transition from this to that constantly. So that's why I like to choose short, quick activities. And something I've been doing with my second graders all year is doing a morning mantra. And the mantra really is something that I look forward to every morning because I'm telling my kids to think positively, and we're having crazy times in the world, so it's like training me to think positively too. So, a big thing is definitely include an SEL component in there, like a feelings check in. You do, you're right, I do with my classroom too. The mantra for today, I'll tell you guys, our mantra is I'm not perfect, I'm learning. And I have my students do those motions when we're saying it, and then they have to write it every day. So I'm trying to drill those positive thoughts, those growth mindset things in there. But movement is one way to keep our students engaged during morning meeting. And so, Susan, I know you incorporate a lot of movement and other ways to engage your students. Can you share some of those things with us?
Sure. As the year has progressed, it has been progressively harder to keep their attention, especially after Christmas break. I think it's harder to keep their attention for whatever reason. But when we're doing the word works, I have something to do with movement in every single part of that. So the syllables, instead of clapping out syllables, we jump them out. So, I stand up and say, how many jumps is pancake? And we jump pancake. And okay, we jumped 2 times. That's right. And then there are 3 words on the syllable part, so that gives us, plenty of jumping or whatever. Even the sentence now that they start with. So the sentence might be, the boy can run. Okay, would that get a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point? I say, okay, stand up and show me. If you think it's a period, do this. If you think it's a question mark, do this. If you think it's an exclamation point, do this. And now they know those symbols or whatever, and they just automatically do them.
So the
Yeah.
period is the dot on your nose or something?
Yeah.
Okay, and then and question mark is the curve, an exclamation point. Okay, I do hand motions, but I am totally switching to full body motions now.
Well, and we do full body with sight words too when we're acting out sight words. So like the word cat is C-A. So I just put my hands by my side, and then the T is tall.
Yeah.
And if it's the word like pig, I go down and touch my toes, and then down and touch my toes again for the G.
I love it.
And,
body's
yeah,
so fun. So fun. So you do a lot of that in morning meeting, and that really gets them energized for the day too. Would you say it gets them energized and kind of pumped up and ready?
Yes, I feel like when they leave morning meeting that they're ready, they're energized, they're excited to go find out about whatever I told them they're going to find out about that day and discover it. And that's another reason I love first grade. So excited all the time. If you act like you're excited and it's going to be the most awesome thing they've ever experienced, then they think it's going to be the most awesome thing they've ever experienced, and then they believe it is. So I love how easy it is to get them excited. All you have to do is pretend you're excited.
I love that about kids. Kids bring me so much joy. Like, you're right, the silliest things, even in second grade, I can hype something up. So bring that hype and joy excitement to your morning meeting and you'll get some great, awesome results. I love it. Okay, Susan, let's kind of switch gears. You mentioned WordWorks. Let's talk about some resources that you use, as in songs and all those things. Can you tell us some things that you use during your morning meeting?
Yes, my favorite song is the Hello Friends with Dr. Jean.
Oh,
That's like just my favorite good morning song. And we used to do the good morning one, the
right.
Rise and Shine, that one.
I'm doing. Yeah.
But I love the Friends so much better. Like I just love it. And I do Hello Friends, and I do each side. How are you? And then greet your neighbor, because we are virtual and we can't shake hands. Obviously, even if we were in school, we can't shake hands right now. I've taught them the girls curtsy and the boys bow when we greet our friends, and it's so cute.
Love it.
But emotions with that. So I do that Dr. Jean song every morning. And then the second song that I do is Dr. Jean, My Hands on My Head. And it's a Spanish song, so it teaches the body parts in Spanish. Um, or I do My Granny Went to the County Fair, and I like that. It's just one where they have to remember the first thing, and then in the second stanza they say the first thing and the second thing, and then in the third stanza they say the first thing, second thing, the third thing. So it's like it builds, kind of like There Was No Lady Who Swallowed a Spider, kind of.
Yeah, kind of activity.
Yeah,
Yeah. Love
yeah, and some of the other songs we do, I can't even remember on the spot, but they're all Dr. Jean songs pretty much. I have one or two Jack Hartman ones that I throw in, that a digraph song that Jack Hartman does. I like that. And we do that sometimes. I do the Dr. Jean thing at the end of my morning meeting. What does my teacher think about me? And then they hug themselves. I'm as special as can be. And I have one little boy, and he goes, "You really think I'm special?" He says that every time. I think it's so cute.
I love it. Singing is so fun with kids. They
Mhm.
really naturally love to sing, even though we all deny that. Like, I don't like to sing, or I'm not good at singing. Kids that really love to sing, they really do.
And the best thing about them is they are 6 and 7, so they don't know any better, and they think you can sing great, even if you can't. And they tell me, "Oh, you have the most beautiful voice," and I do not.
Oh, that is so sweet. I had kids in kindergarten tell me that too. Miss Mullins, you sing so pretty. I'm like, oh, baby, I just want to take you home with me. So sweet. All right. So you can tell we're big Dr. Jean fans here. If you are a Dr. Jean fan, leave us a heart in the comments. That way you can have another entry into our drawing. Susan, I love,
I
love, love it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
also do the Dr. Jean, the little red box
Yes, I was going
thing,
to ask you about that.
and I love it, and the kids love it. But also, going back to the Hello Friends, how are you? I'm so happy to see you. And instead of you, I say Andre, and point to Andre, and I can see his little, square, and he's beaming because I said his name. And this past week, I had some new students that moved to virtual only, and I made sure that I included them in the morning song. I made sure that I said their names, and they were very, excited. I think it's a good relationship building technique. But the little red box is something I use. I learned it this summer at a Dr. Jean online workshop, and it's so cute, and the kids love it. So I have a little red box that I bought from Hallmark, or actually Amazon, but it's Hallmark brand, and it has a little picture of my Bitmoji on the inside coming out of a box, and I say, "I wish I had a little red box to put my," oh, you can't see it, "Christina in. I take her out and hug, 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 and put her back again." And they love it. It's so simple and silly, but they love it. And if I forget it and say, "Okay, boys and girls, we're going to go now," they'll, "Wait, you didn't do the little red box." So then I always have to do it.
Oh, they love the little red box, and I do too. I remember at that conference when Dr. Jean was showing us that. I just felt so excited, and she wasn't even singing it to me. So definitely pull those names into there is awesome. Alrighty, Susan, we are almost out of time for today, but before we go, I want you to share your top advice about morning meeting. What is your number one piece of advice for teachers who are trying to craft this epic morning meeting? What do you think?
Make it fun, make it enjoyable because you're starting their day. So you're setting their whole tone for the day. And really first grade, kindergarten, second grade, you're starting their whole tone for their academic career. So
Yes.
you just want to be positive and kind and just fun. Make it enjoyable. If you're stressed out because your husband was cranky this morning or the kids were on your nerves before school, put it all aside because you're there for them. And for 30 minutes, put a smile on your face and dance and sing and let them know that you love them and you're happy to be there.
Oh,
Because it's contagious to be happy.
yes, let's be joyful for our students so we can spread that joy. And the funny thing is even if my husband totally ticked me off in the morning, which sometimes does happen, when I go in the classroom and I put on my happy face, I see their happy faces, and it's like a reciprocating thing. Like I feed off them, they feed off me, but I have to decide when I go in there to be joyful, and that's how you make the big impact. So, Susan, I love your advice. Love your penguin. If you don't care, hold your penguins up because someone missed it and they wanted to see the penguins before we hopped off. Awesome. Let me go ahead. Yeah. Okay, there we go. How cute. Love having Susan on. You could enter again to say goodbye, Susan. Thank her for coming on. I'm so appreciative.
Thank you.
And guys, I'm so lucky because Susan is someone, I probably annoy her too much, but I'm like calling her all the time for help and all those things. She's my friend. I get this awesome person as my friend. So thank you guys for joining Susan. I hope you have a great week with your virtual kids, and all those who are watching, have a great week wherever you are. And we'll hop off. Bye.
Thank you.
I loved having you. Thank you, Susan.